Another action-packed East vs West event went down in the history books, and here are all the winners for you. Wallace Dilly vs Rickard Bondman. After the youth took an early victory, experience took over in a thrilling opening match of the event. A lot of fouls and arguments in the setup, and the first winner of East vs West 18 is youth after all. Rickard Bondman 3-1 is your winner. Alan Ford vs Ryan Ballinger. The over-the-top confidence of Alan Ford during the press conference faded on the table, and he couldn't manage to clinch the victory from Ballinger's hands. Fouls were the highlight of this top roll versus flop wrist press battle. Ryan Ballinger 3-2 is the winner in this one. Joseph Miranto vs Ivan Portela. The amazing forearm conditioning of the veteran Ivan Portela was only for show after all. The youngster was too much for him, and Miranto dominated the match from the get-go. Joseph Miranto 3-0 is your winner in this one. Pavlo Darbedanev vs Wagner Bortolato. It seems Pavlo is always in the competition shape. Manuel Battaglia couldn't make it, and Pavlo, even after being called in the last hour, delivered an amazing performance. Pavlo Darbedanev 3-0 is your winner in this one. Alex Cordeja vs Devon Larratt. Devon's hubris got the better of him once again in his party arm endeavors. He almost lost to a fired-up Alex in the third and fourth rounds, even after winning the first two easily. In an absolute war of guts, sweat, king's move and flop press, Devon managed to become the official number 4 left hand in the world. Devon Larratt 3-1 in this one. Paul Lynn vs Arsen Khachatryan. The White Oak is in the most amazing shape of his entire arm wrestling career. After stopping David Samushia, Paul Lynn dominated Arsen Khachatryan and secured another win in his kitty. Paul Lynn with a dominant 3-0 win is your winner in this one. Matt Mask vs Iraklis Zerakashvili. The Wild Horse avenged his right-hand loss against one Georgian by beating another with his left. After losing 2 initial rounds, Matt Mask just dominated Irakli after that in probably the most animated match of the night. Matt Mask 3-2 wins with style. Georgy Zeranov vs Michael Todd. Michael turned a losing match into a scintillating win. He finally can now think towards his goal and march forward with this victory. Beating Georgy Zeranov with a flash pin in the last round, Monster's divine intervention is still pretty much alive. 3-1 Michael Todd is your winner in this one. Fia Rasik vs Ellen Janham. The experience of Fia was too much for the young Aline to handle. Fia just flash pinned her 3 times to clinch a most dominant victory. 4-0 Fia Rasik wins this one easily. Alex Cordeja vs Artem Morozov. Artem repeated what Fia did and dominated and destroyed Alex Cordeja's right hand with an outside hook masterclass. His display of power was otherworldly, and Cordeja's arm was flying all over the table. It was an easy 3-0 victory for Artem Morozov. Levan Saginashvili vs Armes Gasparini. This is probably the fastest win of Levan's career. Armes, after all the pre-fight hype and having Devon Larratt in his corner, couldn't even slow Levan down. After the first round flash pin and the signature roar on the face, it was just a formality for Levan to repeat everything for the remaining rounds. Levan Saginashvili 6-0 and still is the undisputed king of the heavyweight division.